Hello. It's been a long time. If you can see what's going on in the back behind me, I am making a cross-country move from Seattle to Chicago. I'm really excited about it, but that does mean that I have been packing for the last couple of weeks.
We have to ship it in the boxes, but then the boxes will be gone, and the shipping time for all like our stuff in the containers may take like 10 days or something.
And so I'm just not gonna have access to a lot of my stuff, but it's okay, which is why I have not been posting. So it's been a while. I apologize for that. It's been a little chaotic here. But yeah, I have some really exciting works in progress right now. I've been working on them, testing the designs out, and I just haven't had a good time to sit down and like actually film the tutorials. So I figured I would do a little vlog where I kind of pack all of my yarns, because I need to pack my yarns anyway, and show you through my collection and some of my favorite yarns. And a lot of people ask like where I get my yarns. I tend to get my yarn at local yarn supply stores, like local yarn stores, and I have a couple of my favorites in Seattle, but I'm moving to Chicago now, and now I need recommendations for good yarn stores. Mostly I've really just been procrastinating on packing up all my yarn because I don't know, I have a lot of it and I just don't really want to address that. But we're gonna start packing. Also, I'm doing this, I'm like very type A when it comes to everything, but particularly with packing and moving, like I'm so paranoid about losing stuff because we're like putting stuff in our moving container, and then we're also having like our checked in bags and then like a carry-on. So I'm like strategically placing yarn in like all these different boxes and containers and stuff. And then like my current projects, my current works in progress are gonna go with me in the checked in bags and carry-on luggage and stuff. I'm really just rambling so I can procrastinate on packing this yarn. Okay. Also, don't mind Teddy going crazy there. He has been treating our apartment like a little obstacle course, which to be fair, it is an obstacle course for him at this point because there's so many boxes everywhere. But I actually really want to make a video series where I make crochet pieces for like home decor. All right, so I have a lot of baskets, and also, ooh, okay, when I move, I really want to actually display my yarns, because it really is a collection at this point. I really want to display my yarn on like one of those pegboards like above my desk, and put it in like a nice little rainbow assortment. Just because I think that is gonna remind me of the yarn that I already have, and it's like just visually very pleasing, helps as decor, you know, the vibes. Okay, yeah, like this. I don't know. I started crocheting about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and this was definitely one of the first few yarns that I got. It's an acrylic yarn, and it's a weird color. Like I haven't really found a purpose for it yet. So yeah, I don't know. I just have like a bunch of scraps. In fact, I'm actually kind of hoarding my scraps in a bag to make into like a scrap project eventually. But yeah. I also have a very bad habit of like starting a project. Like you can kind of see that this is like a little pouch or something. I think this is like one of my very first projects, but like I just kind of shoved it in. I remember when I first got into knitting and crocheting, it was at the beginning of the pandemic basically, when like the Hope Macaulay sweaters were like huge, and like the big like hand knitting kind of blankets were really in. So I have like a lot of really chunky thick wools that I actually really hate. Like I have a couple blankets slash sweaters using the big chunky wools that I just never use, or like they're sheerly just decorative pieces, because like look at this. Like it's massive, it's so soft, but it gets so fuzzy. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it gets just so gross and pilled and like, I don't know, it's just not my favorite type of yarn. But you know, you live and you learn from your mistakes. And this was a mistake. It also just smells really like wool, and the thing is like I wash it after I make something, you know, I'll wash it, I'll block it, I'll do all the proper steps, but I cannot get this dang wool, like sheep, I don't know, smell out of it. Like, I still also, okay, this is actually really funny because this was my very first time getting a hank of yarn, or like I think that's what it's called. When it's like all like twisted, right? And like when I first got this yarn, I thought it was so beautiful. I was gonna make like a sweater vest or something with it. Like, I had bought a pattern and everything, but I didn't know that you were supposed to like make this into a little cake. And now I have like a yarn winder and I know better now. But at the time I did not know, and I simply got this and I started working from it like just straight off from one of the ends, and it got so tangled so quickly that I quit the project. But I did go ahead and like actually like wind up some of them. But yeah, that'll be a project for later. A lot of people were asking me to recreate Sana from Twice, like the cardigan thing that she was wearing and sent me free. And so I got the yarn, and then it got hot. So then I didn't want to make the cardigan anymore, but I have the yarn. And I think I'll probably still make it in the fall because it is a cute cardigan, but like, because I also know from my experience, like working with these yarns, I'm just not really excited about it. Because like the actual working with the yarn, great, fine. Like, no complaints. But it's the wearing of it. Oh, she's getting full. Oh no. I was like, I think I could fit this into 2 boxes. It'll be fine. Now I'm getting worried. I got this beautiful, beautiful yarn from Noro. Like, look at the color gradient. I'm very excited to use it. I have a few ideas for it, but I bought it because it was on sale because it was spring and it was getting hot. And because the Noro yarns are really expensive, but it's so nice. It's so pretty. I'm probably gonna make a project with it in the fall. And then if I don't, somebody needs to comment on a video in a couple of months being like, where's that Noro yarn? Hold me accountable. Oh, okay, so I have these arm warmers that I made and I actually have a video of. I like, oh wow, my nail got caught. I like them, don't get me wrong. But I really like this yarn for other purposes. So I kind of want to repurpose the yarn, but I mean, they're cute, so. But that's the cool thing, I think, about like being able to make your own clothes and stuff. Like, if you don't like the yarn that you used, or like if you like the yarn in a project that you use, but you want to use it for something else, like you have that option, you know? I just pulled this out and it's like, help me. That is a problem for future me, so I don't really care. This yarn I got from my best friend. She gave me a couple different yarns, and I have no idea what to do with them. So I've kept them, and this one is really interesting because it has like little what would you call them? Little like embellishments on them. In my beauty guru era, yeah. You can see like there's like little puffs on them. Home decor? I think it'd be really cute. I don't know. Still thinking about it. This is a bunch of like scraps from the off-shoulder knitting machine sweater. Whenever I have scraps like this, I'm always like, do I put it with my scraps or do I put it with my stuff? But you know what? I think I'm gonna put this with my scraps. I have so many of these like mohair yarns. I can't help myself when they're on sale. They're just so pretty. I'm super getting like yarn fibers all over me. I'm like looking at the rest of the yarn that I have, and I'm like, oh no, do I actually have a problem? Okay, this was another instance of yarn that I got simply because it was on sale and it was beautiful and I couldn't help myself. But I thought, oh my god, this was like so mermaid core. Love. I got this beautiful shimmery yarn. Isn't she so pretty? I thought she would make such a cute little mermaidy top. This summer has been busy, man. I have no idea. Also, I have a bunch of the little sparkly yarns. And people asked me where they're from. They're from Lana Gatto. Focus, camera. Yeah, it's their paillettes. But yeah, they're beautiful. They're stunning. Okay, so funny story about these yarns. I actually bought a bunch of these like white and various shades of pink yarns because I was going to make this dress for this certain movie. But I didn't want to be a scab, you know? I want to support the actors and writers strikes that are going on right now, and I didn't want to give this movie free promo. Also, just on like this tells you how picky I am as a designer. This shade of pink was far too like raspberry pink instead of like a bright hot pink like I initially thought it was gonna be. And so doing like the checkerboard pattern with these pinks, it was just like, it was really bugging me. I did not like how it looked, and I was like, I'm gonna scrap this whole project. And that was originally what I was gonna push out in like early July, but I scrapped the whole project, and yeah. So, gotta figure out a different purpose for these. This is another thing that'll show you how picky I am as a designer. I was gonna use this yarn for Pride until I realized that there's no purple in it, so it's not a full rainbow, and then I was like, but it's still a really pretty yarn that I think I'm gonna use for like a fall themed top. The ideas are there. I also have these yarns, which is, it's a paper yarn, or it's like a paper cotton yarn. And I'm gonna use it to make a bag as a goodbye gift. I actually think that for the most part, I've packed everything that I wanted to pack. I have a couple of yarns that are like out, but it's because they're like current projects, things that I'm gonna work on in this next 2-3 weeks while everything else has to get shipped out. And I would like to note, I have proof I am working on these actual projects. This is the top. I teased it in a community post. You've already seen that. But I was adding straps with some ruffle details. And then I'm gonna have like little pearl enclosures here. And then this is my little bag that I'm making with that paper yarn as a little goodbye gift. But okay, so in terms of yarn that didn't go into these 2 boxes, I have left out a couple, and these are mostly either because they're yarns that I'm working with in projects I'm already actually doing, or they're projects that I'm gonna work on intermittently, especially like during the move and all that. Honestly, that wasn't as painful as I thought it was gonna be. It's mostly all packed now. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make some tutorial videos. In the meantime, But if you don't see me until like the end of August, early September, that is why I'm moving. And I can't wait to make a little video series where I do crochet home decor. I think that'll be super fun. But yeah, and also if you have any yarn store recommendations in Chicago, let me know. I would love to know. Maybe I'll start posting on my TikToks a little bit more. I've just been kind of MIA from all my platforms recently just because I've been so busy. But maybe I'll update you guys on some of the projects I'm working on, and updates on the move, updates on decor, anything like that over on TikTok probably. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys are having a really great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content. Bye!